Hi, this is Matthew again. Today, I wanted to address an issue that I have with our current administration. It relates to how we help so many countries around the world, but for some reason we don't help our own citizens. In 2024, the United States continued its tradition of providing aid and support to countries in need around the world. Through various programs and organizations, the U.S. government allocated funds to assist in disaster relief, humanitarian efforts, economic development, and critical areas. Here is a list of countries that have received donations to date from the United States in 2024, with amounts over $10 million. Syria $200 million, Afghanistan $150 million, Ukraine $120 million, Yemen $100 million, Somalia $90 million, South Sudan $80 million, Iraq $75 million, Ethiopia $65 million, Nigeria $60 million, Venezuela $50 million, Bangladesh $40 million, Kenya $30 million, and Lebanon $20 million. Perhaps the largest donation from our government is being given to the illegals that have been let into our country. The actual cost of each immigrant was outlined in testimony by Stephen Camarata, Director of Research Center for Immigration Studies, given in January 2024. In his testimony, he made a number of key points about the actual cost of this immigrant invasion. There were 12 key points included in his testimony. First, we preliminarily estimate that the illegal immigrant population grew to 12.8 million by October of 2023, up 2.6 million since January 2021, when the president took office. This is the net increase in the illegal population based on monthly Census Bureau data, not the number of new arrivals. 2. Illegal immigrants have a negative fiscal impact, taxes paid minus benefits received, primarily because a large share have modest levels of education, resulting in relatively low average incomes and tax payments, along with significant use of means-tested programs and other government services. 3. Prior research indicates that 69% of adult illegal immigrants have no education beyond high school, compared to 35% of the U.S.-born. 4. Using the National Academy's estimate of immigrants' net fiscal impact by education level, we estimate that the lifetime fiscal drain taxes paid minus costs for each illegal immigrant is about $68,000, although this estimate comes with some caveats. 5. Illegal immigrants make extensive use of welfare. Based on government data, we estimate that 59% of households headed by illegal immigrants use major welfare programs, compared to 39% of households headed by the U.S.-born. 6. Based on their use rate of major welfare programs, we estimate that illegal immigrants receive $42 billion in benefits, or about 4% of the total cost of the cash, Medicaid, food and housing programs examined in our study. However, this is only a rough approximation due to limitations in the data. 7. Illegal immigrants can receive welfare on behalf of U.S.-born children. Also, illegal immigrant children can receive school lunch breakfast and WIC directly. A number of states provide Medicaid to some illegal immigrants, and a few provide SNAP. Several million illegal immigrants also have work authorization, e.g. DACA, TPS, and some asylum applicants, allowing receipt of the EITC. 8. The high welfare use of illegal immigrant households is not explained by an unwillingness to work. In fact, 94% of illegal immigrant households have at least one worker, compared to only 73% of U.S.-born households. But the nation's welfare system is designed to help low-wage workers with children, which describes a very large share of illegal immigrant households. 9. In addition to consuming welfare, illegal immigration makes significant use of public education. Based on average costs per student, the estimated 4 million children of illegal immigrants in public schools created $68.1 billion in costs in 2019. The vast majority of these children are U.S.-born. 10. Use of emergency medical services is another area in which illegal immigrants create significant fiscal costs. Prior research indicates that there are 5.8 million uninsured illegal immigrants in the country in 2019, accounting for a little over 1/5 of the total population without health insurance. The costs of providing care to them are likely to total some $7 billion annually. 11. Illegal immigrants do pay some taxes. We estimate that illegal immigrants in 2019 paid roughly $5.9 billion in federal income tax, $16.2 billion in Social Security tax and $3.8 billion in Medicaid taxes. However, as the net fiscal drain of $68,000 per person cited above indicates, these taxes are not nearly enough to cover the cost of the services they receive. 12. Illegal immigrants do add perhaps $321 billion to the nation's GDP, but this is not a measure of their tax contributions or the benefits they create for the U.S.-born. Almost all the increase in economic activity goes to the illegal immigrants themselves in the form of wages. In addition, some illegal immigrants take jobs that U.S. citizens could and would fulfill if the illegals weren't willing to work for less money. The presence of illegal immigrants impacts the wages paid to our own citizens. Because the supply of labor has been increased, the wages that employers need to pay to attract workers is less. This is just another example of our government putting non-citizens ahead of citizens. The Biden-Harris administration took more than $1 billion tax dollars that had been allocated to the agency responsible for American disaster relief and used it to offer services for illegal immigrants. The Federal Emergency Management Agency or FEMA allocated nearly $364 million in the fiscal year 2023 and $650 million for the 2024 fiscal year to the Shelter and Services Program, to provide humanitarian services to non-citizen migrants following their release from the Department of Homeland Security or DHS, according to the government's website. Now, residents across the southeastern United States are suffering from the administration's misplaced priorities, which place equity and climate resilience ahead of emergency preparedness. While FEMA routinely prepares for colossal rescue operations with resources lined up in the days ahead of major storms, such pre-staged support was clearly not available to residents in the Appalachian towns that were washed away by overwhelming rains from Hurricane Helene. Hundreds remain missing as the storm becomes the Biden administration's Katrina moment. All that the administration has done to date is to indicate that residents can receive $750 assistance. This shows where the current administration places its own citizens. It is not America first, it is America last. It is time that citizens recognize the priorities of the current administration and take action to empower a new government to be in charge that would put its citizens first. After all, it is the citizens who fund the government. I hope this gives you a better idea of how our current government has misplaced priorities. To learn more about our current cultural issues and to build your biblical worldview, watch some of our other videos. Nehemiah Reset's mission is to assist Christians in developing a biblical worldview as it pertains to relevant cultural and biblical issues. We seek to inform Christ's followers, equip them, and mobilize them into action to vote for their biblical values and to actively engage the culture. We are also committed to help Christians and non-believers develop a better biblical view. Nehemiah Reset produces videos and ebooks to assist members of the church in developing a biblical worldview when it comes to cultural issues. We produce videos on key topics like public school indoctrination, the woke agenda, sex education, equity and inclusion, climate change, immigration, religious freedom, and much, much more. To learn more about Nehemiah Reset or to watch some of our videos about the culture and to build your biblical worldview, go to our website at nehemiahreset.org or our rumble.com channel. Thanks for watching and have a great day.
Thank you for watching this video from Nehemiah Reset. We hope you found it informative and helpful. Our mission is to assist Christians in developing a biblical worldview as it pertains to relevant cultural issues. We seek to inform Christ's followers, equip them, and mobilize them into action to vote for their biblical values and to actively engage the culture. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, and subscribe to our Rumble, YouTube and Facebook channels. You can also visit our website at nehemiahreset.org to learn more about our vision, our resources, and our upcoming events. Thank you for your support and God bless you.